Oh, Indonesia, you have stolen our hearts. We have fallen in love with your country. The island of Bali is consumed with the nicest people you'll ever meet. Adventure is around every corner. The wildlife is a joy to watch, and it's just downright peaceful here. So let's get right into the next chapter of our adventure. The world that we live in is our compass. Let's discover something new together, whether it be some ancient ruins in Indonesia, up some ancient steps in Machu Picchu, or a crazy train ride in Sri Lanka. We want to experience something different.
Something out of the ordinary.
So join us on our adventures. Our SteinVentures. Episode 4 brings us to East Bali. The most predominant religion in Bali is Hinduism, which accounts for around 82% of the population. Outside of Hinduism, a further 12% of the population class themselves as Muslim and about 5% as Christian. With a growing Chinese presence on the island, there's also a small but dedicated Buddhist following. To the Balinese, religion is more than just a belief. It's a way of life. The day was a full day. From Ubud, our final destination will take us 2 hours to get to on these narrow Bali roads. That means early up, so we can see the sights at a decent time. For today, we head to some of the most amazing temples you'll ever see. So let's start the day at a water palace. Bali is different from other places we've been to. You feel a sense of peace surround you in a zenful way. Our first stop in East Bali is Taman Uang Water Palace. We got here early in the morning, so the crowds were less than 10. Nestled in the heart of Bali, amidst lush green gardens and tranquil ponds, stands the beautiful water palace Taman Uang. This stunning sight on the eastern side of the island offers a glimpse into the region's interesting history, culture, and beauty. Taman Uang is a former king's palace in Karangasem, eastern Bali. Made up of beautiful historic buildings and various large pools, the site dates back to 1909 and shows a fascinating blend of Balinese, Chinese, and Dutch influences. The center of the park stands the floating palace, the area's icon. This incredible architectural site, greatly rebuilt on its platform in the water, allows you to look at Bali's rich cultural heritage. Connected by long, elegant bridges with beautiful arches and detailed stone carvings, you can visit the former king's resting place. With lots of ground to cover, simply taking a stroll through the lush gardens and admiring the scenery is one of the best things to do here. The Water Palace is open every day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and the entrance fee is 75,000 IDR per person. We took our time to admire the beautiful grounds. Our guide told us a story about a neighboring volcano that erupted in 1963. The site suffered significant damage. Though lots of the area were affected, all of it has been restored. The Water Palace was a great way to start our busy day. But now, it was time to show you the best part. If you climb the steps to the top of the property, you will be rewarded with this magnificent view. I was lucky enough to share it with my beautiful wife. No matter where you go in East Bali, there's always something amazing just around the next corner. Our next stop would be our own personal highlight of today's tour. and it wasn't even on the itinerary. It was time to grab as many sweet treats as we can possibly grab. We went crazy, buying up most of the store. The store clerk seemed happy. Now let's go across the street and hand out the surprise to the students at this local school. There's about 75 children at this school, and we wanted to make them feel special.
What does that say? Spider-Man.
Man, I should have been a teacher back home. The children barely understood English. In fact, they'd never met Americans before. But that didn't stop these bright kids. Somehow, some way, we communicated to each other, and we all understood. A little. Oh, and they all loved her surprises.
So we're going to Abdul's home, and we're going to meet his family right now. This is exciting.
Abdul was our terrific guide for the day. We had the honor to stop by his village, visit the school his children will be attending in the future, and meeting his family at his home.
Hello. Convenience store.
We brought the family on a field trip to their local convenience store and let them pick out whatever they wanted.
Yes. All right.
Little did we know that there would be a long line to capture that unforgettable shot at Heaven's Gate. According to the locals, during the busy season, you can wait up to 4 hours just to snap a picture at this famous tourist temple. Lucky for us, we only had to wait for 1 hour. We grabbed our waiting number, hopped on a scooter, and headed up the road to kill some time. This is Hidden View Lempuyang, a fairly new establishment that was built specifically for this sole purpose. While waiting for your turn to be called at Heaven's Gate, a guide will grab your camera and take as many photos or video within the beautiful grounds as you wish. We had a terrific guide who happened to be a very clever and skilled videographer for us. We highly recommend doing this while waiting in the queue for Heaven's Gate. The hour flew by and the views were simply amazing. Now that our number in the queue has been called, it was our turn to see what the famous Bali temple was all about. Why is it so popular? What brings thousands and thousands of tourists so far into Bali to see this famous temple? The price of admission is 100,000 IDR. That price comes with your own photographer. Heaven's Gate is one of the most iconic shots in Bali, and having your photo taken by somebody who knows how to get the most out of it is a real blessing. This is just half the shot. Here's the final product. A mirror gives the illusion of a pond in back of you looking out at Volcano Agung. Our final stop for the day would be Besakih Mother Temple. Being the largest and holiest temple in Bali, it consists of 86 temples, and there is no doubt you will have a great time exploring it. We recommend touring the temple without a guide. The guides here tend to be a little aggressive and expect a big tip at the end of the tour. The ticket price here is 60,000 IDR. This massive temple complex dates back to 1007 AD, and it survived a huge and devastating volcanic eruption in 1963. which sadly killed hundreds of people. There are typically local women selling sarongs in the parking lot, but you don't need to buy one because a sarong is included in the entrance fee. However, feel free to buy your own sarong, as it is a unique piece to have. My wife ended up buying one, and you'll also be helping the locals make a small profit, which goes a long way here in the villages. It's a good idea to bring cash with you in case you feel like purchasing some drinks, snacks, or souvenirs during your visit here in the temples. The temperatures here can get hot and muggy, so a nice cold drink can be so refreshing. Once you get to the top of the temple, you have the choice to participate in a small blessing ceremony for a fee. We want to experience the local culture, so bring on the blessings. The more the merrier for us, especially since we are traveling so far away from home. The temple stands strong today and is a major attraction for visitors from all over the world. Devout Balinese locals come to the temple each day to worship. Our day was long and filled with wonderful surprises. From the beginning of today's tour, we were shown the real side of Indonesia, and it gave us a chance to dive deep into the Balinese way of life. Today's experience, especially our time with the kids at the school, was very humbling and heartwarming for my wife and I. Exploring East Bali is one of the island's great pleasures. It's much different here than the more touristy south area of Bali. The people here are super friendly and genuinely happy to see you. They're fascinated to know more about you and where you're from. Mutually, I feel the same way about them. I want to know more about the people who live in this wonderful country. They make me feel right at home. On the next SteinVentures, we pack up and leave Bali to visit Java. We'll be here for 5 days to explore more of the adventure side of Indonesia.
Yeah, here we go.
We'll be exploring deep, dark caverns, getting lost in the jungle, and grabbing a black inner tube for a once-in-a-lifetime rafting adventure. Looks like fun, right?
Well, another stamp in our passport. Thank you to all of our SteinVentures subscribers for watching. And if you're new to our channel, and if you thoroughly enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel and take a look at all of our other videos that we have. Thanks for watching again.